All right, we'll be starting in just a moment. Everything is validated. Look for the timer.
All
Okay.
right, thanks. Okay. Flush it out. Fresh start.
Fresh start.
Didn't like that board much anyway.
I kind of liked that there was only the one rush square that I think I was going to win, so we might have been up one square early, but yeah.
Ooh, it's another spicy base game middle square.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. And, oh, but Somber 9's also on the board. That's for sure more valuable than the O'Neill Center.
Free Perfumer, I think, is kind of the only rushable besides, like, Memory of Grace with 300k. And there's no synergy with that. There's double balls, but, like, then you'd have to do it. So I'd rather let you do your own thing. There is eventually Renala Rolana, so...
Yeah. Somber 9 into Renala is not the worst thing. There's also imbued keys. There's also balls we could do.
Yeah. I'd probably Perfumer, Balls, Rolana to Memory of Grace is probably my thought.
Okay.
Oh, if we did that, and then you also got Grail, then I would just need to be the first to give an Iris, and we would win, but... Seems unlikely that I get all of those, but...
Yeah.
It's the most interesting line I'm seeing.
I'm hard committing to a Somber weapon. I just picked my class based on stats.
Okay.
Surely there's at least one usable Somber weapon in Roundtable.
Really? I feel like the odds have got to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Is there any reason I would want to be down at the perfume bottle other than that? I don't think so. So I think I skip everything else along the way. No graces, no nothing.
Okay, so you're going perfume and I'm going somber, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll probably rush somber as well. If I had to guess, I don't think
imagine.
he'd go for O'Neill. It's just not worth it. I mean, once you get a somber 9, you can just rush O'Neill. You just fight him normally, no cheese.
One perfume bottle. I'm being efficient. Grabbing Grace by balls. Spear was not cross Naginata.
Okay.
They sir, but you. I can play turning to AGGY. You need O to the foot. Then summon me. Ah, I bequeath. He little Santoran. Treat him with.
Okay. Nearly had an incident, but we're fine.
Okay. Okay, I should be marking perfume bottles in 10 seconds.
Yep.
Three, two, one, me.
Nice.
Did you want to go bowls at some point, or I'm okay if we don't. We don't have
We
to.
can, but I'd have to get the Somberdyne first, and I'm still like a ways out for a bit.
Okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, get a weapon set up, I guess, and then
Yeah.
we'll see where we're at.
And like, if it makes more sense to just do 9 into O'Neal, that's totally fine as well. I don't think we need bowls.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Heading back to check roundtable.
Just need to get to AGGY.
Okay. Folks. Cool.
Nice.
Honestly, not my favorite weapon against Rolana. She's kind of weird with it, but it's fine.
I presume. I am an old clone.
Dang,
Damn.
got it. I'm curious on his route for that. Because I didn't really fuck up. And I got it now.
Okay.
So that's like a 10-second difference. I'm really not quite sure what he did. Well, at least we're even. Do you want to go 4 balls?
I can, or I can keep going for Rolana for Mog with 300k.
Okay,
Those are
I would
perfectly
keep
fine
doing
with me.
that. Yeah, keep doing
Okay.
that. Maybe it's because I got Tree Sentinel aggro at the start. I don't really know what else the difference
Maybe.
would be.
I mean, a quit out is 8 to 10 seconds, so a single quit out could have made the difference.
I didn't quit out. I just had to like stop sprinting to recover stamina a few times.
That would be like 2 seconds maybe.
No, whatever.
Okay, I'm grabbing my imbued sword key while I'm here.
Okay. He for sure is using the same weapon as me, so that should mean that he needs to get more money to level up.
Okay.
Because he definitely skipped all the extras, because I skipped all the extras. Okay.
Heading into Rolana fight.
Good luck. Do I need that for anything? I don't think so. Yeah, no. Come. Okay, I think he just did the cheese, which I guess makes sense. Let's see.
Damn.
Bang. Was that close?
I'm gonna finish off Rolana though. She's at like
Okay.
under half. It wasn't particularly close. I think he just skipped the perfume bottles.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck.
I'm a little worried about top left diagonal.
Yeah.
I can go for Grail in a moment.
I died to Rolana. I'm getting out of here.
Oh,
Damn it.
that's-
That's yeah.
That's alright. I
That
mean,
really
we can
sucks.
come back later.
Yeah. I'm gonna go backside for Blessings of America. Unless you want to do bowls right now.
I don't think it's worth it. I think I gotta get the Grail.
Okay.
first.
Sounds good.
Bit of a tough spot.
I did
Yeah, they
bowls.
just did balls. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
Great Omen Killer Cleaver. Might be worth swapping to at some point. On this board, maybe not.
Oh. He's probably rushing Renala.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do anything about it.
I mean, obviously I can't unless you could beat
Yeah.
him to Renala.
I
There's no
just
point
doubt
in
I
even doing
could,
Rolana.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna lose those squares, what?
I should be getting 3
Paths.
Blessings of America to block that diagonal.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, mostly we just need a lot of squares.
Right, because all the lines are kind of blocked at this point.
Yeah, there's a few that are technically open, but they're just not good ones. I think this is just a majority game.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna need to take at least one of the Raya squares away.
Okay. Imbued keys, maybe? I already have mine.
I think Imbued Key, yeah.
Okay. With Blessings of America, I will have access to the Falling Star Beast. Not that I think that's a good rush, but
God.
as a super eventually, that is possible. It will also help me get a Remembrance boss hitless if you get 1 or 2.
Okay, this is the Grail.
Okay.
Come on. Jeez.
If I get the Blessings, they don't really have any strong threats of lines, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. We knew that was coming though, that's fine. Hopefully I get the imbued keys. I guess it just depends if he holds it or not.
Yeah.
Took him a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. No way to know. I think if I get sniped on this, we're screwed. But I don't know. Might still be screwed if I don't get it. And just let him have it and
Yeah,
get
I don't
something
know.
else in the meantime.
I mean, were you like close enough that you think you can get it?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Okay.
have the Celia one and it was like 2/3 of the way to the Liurnia one.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm just going into Raya Lucaria now. So basically I have to get through Red Wolf and then run to it, which is definitely like a little bit.
Yeah.
He may not feel pressured on it because of the Grail mark.
I have my second blessing in America.
Yep.
And I shall have my third in 5 seconds. My mark.
Nice.
To be honest, I have no idea what to do here.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
I might just go Death Knight because it's a relatively easy square. Or actually, I'll go Iris. I think Iris isn't dead.
Okay, yeah, he's not pressing it, but hitless boss is looking pretty important.
Yeah. I do have access to one good Spirit Ash. Occultation gives a weapon! It doesn't give the... Summon. Oh! It's the wrong one. It could have been Synergy. mean, I can do a Remembrance Boss hit list, but if that's all we're doing, if we're spending all that time on it, I don't see how we maintain majority at all.
Is so Spirit Ashes is a viable thing for you?
Relatively
Are you pursuing
viable.
it?
I can pivot to it right now.
I mean, if you haven't been working on it, it might be too late, but yeah, I don't know. You
I
have
mean,
your key, right?
yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's not unviable.
Okay.
I just have to go get one of the legendary Spirit Ashes, I think is my fastest bet.
Okay.
I don't know. There's probably faster that I just don't particularly know about. The other two should be fast, though.
What are the chances ADEF hitless for Lana?
0. Unless he,
Zero.
that's exactly what he practiced with Chris. I remember we were talking about, he's like, I need to know how to hitless bosses. And we're like, you know how to do Gaius? And he was like, yeah. And we are like, the next possible one is Mesmer. And he was learning Mesmer. So he, at least at that point, which was at Fast 52, did not know Rolana hitless.
Fair enough.
And especially as a first square, when you're less set up, like, I would have a hard time seeing it.
Yeah. I'm working on somber bell bearings right now, but
Okay. I'm about to get the longest Spirit Ash, and then the other two are faster, so...
okay.
In theory, I'm only maybe 2 minutes out from that.
Okay.
Okay, there's my first.
Stupid. Oops. Okay, yeah. I was kind of concerned about that, but I got the Falling Star Beast done, at least, so we can contest that square.
Okay.
That's why I opted for that.
Iris of Occultation is grabbed. And
Okay. Nice.
second Spirit Ash.
Going for Tibia Mariners.
Oh my god, I'm 10 seconds away.
Seeded
Well,
a pivot.
GG. Yeah. I went one too many graces in Ballarat. Damn. GG.
No, I think in a situation like this, it's always worth to just lose the slight progress.
Yeah, no, it was. I didn't realize how bad it was gonna be. Damn.
That's fine. It's just game 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going for Tibias. And then yeah, I don't know. I think if we just go for hitless bosses immediately, we'd probably lose, even though we probably lose anyway, but
Yeah, we are going to lose, but is there any synergy you can get with that? Can you do hitless Rykard and I do hitless Mesmer?
I think our only shot is like row 4, which just looks insane. But like if I get the tibias,
Yeah.
and then like if you can just get Gaius hitless, and then I'll
Hello?
go do
Please.
2 hitless after I get tibias, and like if you're just prepping Death Knight and Yola and Anna, maybe there's a way, because like they're not
I'll
gonna go
give-
for those.
Yeah, what if I give Iris, then kill Death Knight, then get Gaius hitless?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense too, because it's gonna be a little bit for my hitless.
Yeah.
I think the hope here is that they're not going for hitless, and I snipe Chris on tibias, or they go for hitless and just somehow scale the shoot for a while.
Yeah, that's the hope. Line 1 down. Both queen lines down.
Okay. I just realized a huge problem with my weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm using Falling Star Bistro, which needs 20. Oh, okay. Which needs 20 in. And I checked to see that I had 10.
That was me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I misread it. I have 10 faith. I don't have 10 int, so my fucking team is not getting me to 20. So I've been doing low damage. I mean, it's not like
yeah.
abysmal damage, but it's just obviously not as much as it should be.
Yeah.
And that's also why it takes 1,000,000 stamina to swing.
Yep, that does it. Yeah.
Which is honestly the bigger issue. I was like, what the? I don't remember this weapon being like this.
Yep. Fixable soon, or
yeah,
extra runes you can grab?
Yeah, it's fixable. I just need to get to a grace. I also just got fucking memed by Tibia.
Ah, damn it.
They saw ahead.
Yep. All right.
That's fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, also it makes sense. I guess we should have gone for Death Knight first. Because it builds the column anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it was still.
I mean, it was a long
I feel like
time
Iris
away.
was still more likely, but yeah. Sometimes you guess wrong. I'm going for Gaius hitless.
Okay. So bad. Are you serious? Okay. My attack literally just phased through the tibia marrow. What the fuck? I mean, whatever. I'd rather give meme this match.
Okay, guys, down to hitless.
Last match. That's so stupid.
Yep.
Whatever, don't tilt. Frustrating.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe I misread that.
Well, it means that this match should have been closer. That, like...
Yeah, I don't think it would have made a
Next
major
time.
difference, but...
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go dragons now. Okay.
GG's. It's fine, just reset.
Yep.
I'm curious what made me lose Somber 9 by the margin that I did. Actually, I guess I could think of one thing. See lessons to be learned for game 2.
I mean, I think it's mostly just like be faster. Like I don't think. Well, okay. My plan at the start, maybe the 3 perfumer bottles just didn't have enough synergy because the Rolana ended up getting them 2 squares to the 1 that I got, which I don't think is that bad. But then it's just like I just got sniped on DLC Ashes. Sniped on Death Knight. Well, I mean, I was sort of heading there. It was kind of a 50-50. I feel like on the DLC side, I feel like it went fine for me. It's just every 50-50 I lost.
Sure, yeah.
And then...
I would say the only thing on your side would maybe be like commit Spirit Ash immediately. Like, don't worry about the efficiency of it.
It wasn't necessarily for efficiency. It's just I first thought I was going to do Iris, and then we decided to do Spirit Ashes, and I was like 10 steps from the next Grace, and it was like... It was probably even the fastest way for me to get out of there, just so that I could get out of combat.
Okay.
So I don't... Maybe if you go back and look, maybe my memory's faulty, and it was actually like, no, you did go for 20, 30 more seconds. It's very possible, but my memory is I was really close to the next Grace.
Okay.
So, but deciding on Spirit Ashes earlier could have been good, yeah. I definitely was flustered enough that I wasn't thinking about the positioning on the board as much.
Yeah. On my end, I mean, the weapon meme, obviously. That was silly, but I don't think it was the main issue, really. It certainly didn't help. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they just had a really good synergy play, and I should have gone straight to Renala, I guess, earlier, like
Yeah,
when he was doing O'Neal, because it was just too many squares.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think I just needed to make a better decision there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going for Grail, just rushing Renala while he's O'Nealing.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Reset the mental.
Yep, just win this one, and then we got the momentum going into game 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, looking back on the end of the last one, ADEF was the one to market, so he did go for Gaius, basically same time as me.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense. I did get it first, but we didn't have 3.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So big focus is just don't get sniped out of the gate. And don't get too greedy in the mid game.
Yeah. I think it's fine if we want to not contest an obvious rush if it seems like a coin toss.
Yeah, especially if we can set up for something else that might be better.
Yeah. Yeah, Somber 9's like the only non-negotiable one, really.
Yeah. Because if you go for something else, even if you get something else first, then they get Somber 9. They're
Somber
still
9.
ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, like I said, starting match.
Here we go.
Two unique curse blades middle. Oh my, look at this placement. What the heck is this?
It's very interesting.
I do love Drain the Water.
Okay, mine's like
early as well.
mine is almost exclusively Limgrave. That's crazy. I think every single square except Garang, but even Garang, because that you'd get there from Limgrave, is at least partially in Limgrave. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got basically 2 possible plans here. Drain the Water, because it gets me access to so many other things. Death Mask Helms. Oh. Man, there's so many things. Mesmer eventually. I guess it's not that many things. I think that's probably not it. Or go for just early stuff. Curseblade Assassins, Logar, Rolana.
Okay. For me, I think I definitely rush Margit. There's just too many Limgrave Stormbill related things.
Yeah.
And then after that, I could either focus paintings or I could just rush Godric's Great Rune. Okay.
I think I'm going to try for center square, 2 unique Curseblade Assassins. I'm not the absolute best at it, but I don't know that ADEF is either. I did practice it yesterday as well, but on like 2 easier ones. There's technically a faster one, but it's like horrible. You've got dogs chasing you, and I do not want to do that one.
Okay. Man, Godric's Great Rune is such a big advantage on this board. The stats are going to go a long way in this. I suspect that's what he will also rush.
Okay.
Again, I just don't know if it's worth the coin toss. It's just gonna be who gets better Margit Godric RNG.
Mm-hmm.
I could like get through Margit, get the painting, get the Godric Grace, and then focus paintings instead. The worst thing in the world.
I mean, yeah. If you think winning it is really good, like I think it's okay to just send it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I could see Chris going for like really risky boss strats just because they're in a position to be risky.
Mm-hmm.
Like then I'm gonna have to do the same. Who knows if I get as lucky.
They sir, but you, I can play turning to AGGY. You need to the foot. Then summon me. Ah, I bequeath. It was Santoran. Treat him with.
Okay, let's see what's in round table. Zimor Curved Sword? That one's good, right? Oh, Death Poker. There you go.
Yeah, I would take Death's Poker over that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
17 dex, 11 int. 17.
Tarnished. I shall remember thee, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the It's tightly hooked. The guard you breached. Well, but of course.
Okay, I'm going into Godric. We'll see, I guess.
One first blade down.
Nice.
Okay, there's the runes. Make sure I showed that. Two curse blades down, waiting for the runes. There.
Nice.
Heading towards Loger. Here's something. There it is.
Okay, I got an insane stall from Godric at the end.
That is cold.
I nearly died. So lucky I leveled bigger.
We'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Okay, Loger dead.
Okay. Nice.
I expect he'll go for Rolana, but I might vaguely try for it anyway.
What about Drain the Water? He would have had
Drain
it if
the
he rushed
Water
it,
is...
right? I think Drain the Water's great.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll go Drain the Water. You're right.
That sets up the column, and then, yeah, I don't know if I get Limgrave bosses, then cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm on the way up the elevator.
Okay.
Hi, Mark, hopefully.
Nice.
Sweet. He either didn't go for it or had a bad fight. Because, well, I mean, my fight was pretty good, but it stalled at the end. And I also got the painting on the way.
Okay.
So maybe he did the same.
Yeah.
If he did anything else, he would have had something done, though, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
In all likelihood.
So, do you think you'll go for 3 painting rewards?
I think we're gonna go for Limgrave bosses, because you're going Drain.
Okay. I was thinking, like, the blocks, painting rewards blocks a currently unblocked row and column. If we're
True,
just trying to win by
true, yeah.
majority.
Not wrong.
Setting up our own threads is not bad either, just
You'll no match lay out your
thinking about the possible blocks. I'm probably a minute out from Drain the Water.
Okay. I'll go paintings.
Okay.
Okay, he rushed Catacomb, which means he's gonna get Cemetery Shade
Could
and
you help us out,
Limgrave
Cully?
boss, most likely. So, okay, if you get Drain, then we're fine.
Yeah.
That means he didn't go for Godric.
Okay, I'm draining now, waiting for the cutscene. There it is.
Nice.
While I'm here, I'm going to attempt to do the Death Mask Helm guy. Okay, Death Mask Helm guy down.
Is perfumed oil something you could pursue?
It for sure is. I was thinking of pursuing Rolana first, because it feels like he should already have it by now.
If we get perfumed oil, it's gonna give us 3 lines once I get paintings.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I can go perfumed oil.
Okay.
Do you think I can greed going through ADM and then doing the skip down? Because that would set me up for Senesax, 3 Drakes, and Dragons.
Probably.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't have won that. That's good.
Yep. I'm a little concerned I might lose perfumed oil as well if he goes immediately for it. Like, it's too late for me to pivot. I wouldn't beat him now pivoting out. So I have to try the ADM way. But if I lose it, I'll still have ADM down, which is still good for later.
Yeah. How far along are you?
I'm entering ADM, the drop down right now.
Okay.
If it's a super fast fight, I might still beat him, but ADM does not like to give super fast fights.
Okay, yeah, that's not super surprising. Bro.
Okay, ADM dead. Not a fast fight. Rakshasa's great katana, though.
Nice.
A potential swap.
Okay, I'm about a minute out on paintings.
Okay.
Not sure if it was the play. It took a bit.
Yeah. Has let them catch up a little, it looks like, but oh well.
Okay, this will be my mark.
Okay. Now we just need something in row 4, column 4. So if we did Star Scourge and Gaius, that would block their last possible bingo. And if
Yeah.
I get Perfumed Oil first, I mean, that's just scary for them.
Yeah, for sure. Not sure where Chris would be going next. Maybe Renala, but...
Suppose theoretically I might want this for a dragon. probably 30 seconds out from perfumed oil.
Okay.
Those over chat find them well.
And this will be my mark. My mark.
Nice.
I'll head towards Gaius.
Okay. Gronk can be rotted, right? I don't see why not.
I think so.
Gonna give it a shot. Okay, my mark.
Cool. I'm heading into Gaius.
Okay. Nice. I'm going to Radon.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I need to get a Altus Grace first. How far out on Gaius, you think?
I have him at like 70% right now, so
Oh, you're fighting.
not too long.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fighting him.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, maybe there is a chance we get this.
Okay, just killed Gaius. It is now your mark.
Okay. I haven't even started Radon yet because I have to get an Altus Grace, but I'm taking the teleport right now.
Yeah. It's also a remembrance, so I don't feel bad about just doing it.
Yeah. And you can get some other progress going.
Yeah. Okay,
Not sure
what's
what
a
you
good...
think would be best.
I think I might go... Dragons or Drakes to block row 4, I think is what I'll do.
Okay. Ah, there we go.
Okay, I got it.
That's fine.
So if you can do Watchdogs or Knight's Cav to block that.
Yeah, that's the spooky part, is I don't know. It's a total 50-50 on which one he has progress on.
Okay. You could split on both, and then if he marks one, get the other.
Well, okay, so he probably has progress on both of them, at least partially.
Oh, okay. Do you want to try to snipe Renala Rolana then? Like, it's 2 more remembrances.
Let me get a second Knight's Cav, and then I'll go for Renala.
Okay.
How is that lethal? Okay. Oh, it's not. How is that lethal? Fuck.
Even gone for the riposte. Bro just will not stop flying away. One Drake down.
Are you gonna do Senesax as part of it?
No. I think that's just too slow. I don't want them to have... And it doesn't block any of their lines yet.
I could, in theory, go for duo trio. But...
Yeah... So I could, if you... I think, though, even just doing 3 regular, then doing Senesax is kind of better. Just... Like, I don't think they will rush
Okay.
Senesax, even if I do 3 dragons or drakes.
Sure. I should have just gone straight.
Okay, do you want to do R'Lana?
Like, I'm getting the key, but there's no telling.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with him taking away that progress I had.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. He just rocketed down the ledge instead of doing the fucking Riley Lucaria skip.
Oh.
That's GG if he's going for an Ala. I mean, he would go for an Ala. This might have to be a pivot into Watchdogs.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'd kill R'Lana on your end, I guess, but...
R'Lana is dead. It will be your mark.
Okay. I'm progressing Watchdogs.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of where a 5th watchdog even is. I can think of 4 that are not absurdly slow.
Maybe a non-boss one?
Yeah, I'm already doing a non-boss one. I'm planning on doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know enough.
I guess it would just have to be the weekend one.
Watchdog Duo counts as 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
Damn. Well, maybe they're just threatening.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. He should already have 1 watchdog done from his catacombs. Shouldn't have gone for Night Kev. That was stupid of me.
I mean, you couldn't have known.
I mean, it was a bad educated guess. It's the most likely one for him to do, I think.
Dragon 2 down.
Yep.
Dragon 3 down.
Nice. Yeah, just go for Senesax, I guess.
Yeah.
Is there a world where you get that done really fast and I should just do Duo Trio?
Do you think you could get Duo Trio done faster than Watchdogs?
Like 5 is pretty slow, and I already did Watchdog Duo as one of them. So I only need 2 more. So it'd be Demi-Human Chief and Crystallion Duo, which I'm right next to, actually.
The problem is ADEF could be going for that while Chris is going for Watchdogs.
Yeah. How long would Senesax take you? Like, I assume you're going there now.
Yeah. I'm leveling up Rakshasas because it'll be way better than Death's Poker. It will take me a while, though.
Okay.
27 decks. I don't even know if I have the money for that. Actually, no, I don't think I do. It's probably at least 5 minutes, if not, like, significantly more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, don't have enough to use Rakshasas. I mean, I can let you know if I'm, like, halfway through the fight, and then maybe you can pivot, but...
Are you fighting now?
No, I'm still walking up to him.
Okay.
I'm probably a minute out from starting the fight, and then it'll probably be like a 3+ minute fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's nothing to be done.
no way. Yeah, it was just an oops all base game line that we didn't see early enough.
GG's.
God damn it.
I'll take the blame for that one. I should have just focused on that earlier.
Yeah. I mean, we just guessed wrong 3 times. Well, I guess 2 times.
I mean...
Because we could have gone straight to R'nala and won it. We could have gone straight to Watchdogs, won it. And then, like, once we went Knights Cav, I think if you went straight Watchdogs, maybe we could have won it, but we kind of split with R'nala, and so we lost both. And so it was just every 50-50 we lost. Well, I guess it was we lost a 1 and 3, then a 1 and 2, I guess.
I don't think they're that 50-50. I think I made obviously the wrong call on them. I also had 2 really unfortunate deaths that slowed me down from fall damage.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that does happen.
If I didn't get fall damage memed, I maybe could have had the R'nala.
Yeah.
Nightcap.
So then I think it really just kind of was 50-50s then at that point. Like, because if you would have had Renala, if not for the fall damage, then maybe you made the right call on the 50-50 and then just, you know, shit happens.
Maybe, I don't know. It wasn't that close on Watchdog. But if I went there immediately, then it would have been good. I mean, yeah, he definitely did one Watchdog as a Catacomb, for sure. I don't really know how you see Catacomb rushes to play. That feels insane. But
Yeah. Yeah, I really wanted to go Radon and Gaius before Garank, but I think I should have maybe been more aggressive on that. I was like, I just want to stop their last 2 lines.
yeah, that's fair. We definitely could have done that.
Yeah, I think that was the big thing. Like if we just got that 1 square, I don't think there's any way they could have won.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I don't know. I just underestimated that line as a threat until they got Gaius and Radon.
Yeah.
Should have been more proactive about it.
Mm-hmm. I do also remember I mentioned Watchdogs early, but I mean that was very early. That I was like, it just blocks their lines.
Yeah. I think painting was a waste too. I don't think I should have done that.
Yeah, I mean I was okay with it blocking the line. It did end up slower than I expected. I had no idea how slow that takes, but
I mean, it was a little longer
yeah.
than I thought it'd be too, but yeah, I just wasn't really under threat.
GG's, guys. You guys okay to get sent in commentary?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was not really on the mind.
I thought of it since like the start, but like didn't commit to it until we got that.
Yeah,
I was
true,
like, okay,
yeah.
let me finish Knights Cavs and then get Renala because I was already in the academy.
Yeah.
Like just the main.
Yeah,
academy
we
game.
messed up. We messed up horribly. We were
you guys-
supposed to go Radon and Gaius first, just to block you guys from that line, and we kind of just messed up and went different things, and then let you guys have it.
Well,
GG's,
GG's
guys.
Monkey Business.
GG's.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in.
GG's, guys.
We're kind of just going to do like an oversight of game 1 and game 2. What was the overall conversation for Monkey Business here when you guys, lost the first
game
match
1
to Positive Vibes?
Game 1 was so stupid. It was just an oops, you win Somber 9 square, you win the game. That board was horrible. It was like you get sniped on that, and then it was just like there was nothing you could do. Then I got sniped like 2 or 3 times in the DLC as well. It was just like, all right, cool. Might as well just not play the game. I hated that first one. It was just genuinely miserable. Second one, I really felt like we definitely could have done it, but we made some strategic mistakes. I feel like in the mid game, we didn't quite block off the last bingos that we needed to, because we wanted to just force majority. I know that we had that diagonal threat, but we weren't like necessarily pushing it. We really just wanted to block the bingos, and we left 1 up, and it was the only one that mattered. So I think that was just a bit of a blunder there.
But again, what was the conversation though between you two of being like, okay, well, game 1 didn't really go the way we wanted to. The board was, in your words, not great at all. What was the like movement into game 2 then? Was it like, hey, let's just focus on majority? Let's like either focus on rush stuff. Like, what was the overall conversation between you two?
Yeah, it was make threats and block stuff. Yeah. Aggie can go.
Yeah. Basically, with game 2, we just didn't want to lose immediately. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the board, like at least on the base game side, was literally all Limgrave, which was very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, my early game rush in game 2 worked out. We just didn't quite follow it up the way we needed to. I don't know. It was kind of a coin toss with blocking the last column, but I do think I made the wrong calls. I think if I just went Watchdogs immediately, that would have been the wisest play. I don't know if I could have got Renala or not.
I feel like you
fall
can't beat yourself up
damage.
about that because that's like true 50-50. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
but
I was saying.
I think the order that Chris did them in was the most obvious order. Which I knew. I wasn't fully doing Knights Cav. I did 2 Knights Cav since I started going to Renala. And then I was doing the Raya Lucaria skip, and it rocketed me downward into the Death Plane.
Oh.
And I couldn't put out. So then at that point, I was like, okay, well, I can't really do that either. And then I just went
That
to
would have been a really
Watchdogs,
close
but,
race.
Yeah, it was just too late at that point.
What weapon were you using at that point?
Morningstar.
Mitch, what
Okay,
did you
what-
use
what
games
level
1
is
and
it?
2?
Plus 15.
First game was Falk. Second game was Death's Poker.
Okay. I ran Rotten Great Axe game 1 and then Starline Sword game 2.
Did you rush Rolana game 1, or was that after a bit?
No, so at the beginning of game 1, my game plan was basically like to get set up as physically possible and then contest you on Curseblade, because it's like it's an obvious rush, but I think you have to do it. And we had discussed maybe having me go for Drain the Church District, but row 3 felt so threatening that like I basically just had to contest you, and then I hadn't even started hitting my first Curseblade when you killed yours. And then I was like, okay, let me warp to Logar. Mitch, when I tell you this man unloaded from the world, I looked around for Logar for over a minute. He's on vacation. So then after that, I basically had no choice but to do Rolana. So I went Rolana immediately after you marked Logar.
Yeah, sorry. Game 2, yeah, I figured that's what happened. Game 1.
Oh,
you
sorry.
You also started with Rolana. Was that
Yes, so-
rush-ish?
No, I think I started.
It was Hippo.
For the 300.
Yeah, I did Memory of
okay.
Grace. Yeah, so game 1.
I assumed Rolana because you guys also got Rolana Renala. I didn't figure that you did both.
Yeah, so game 1, Mitch, I happen to know that you love your Perfumer Square.
I don't like it, but it was center.
No, it was off center.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't love it. I just was like, everything else requires being super set up, so I was like,
Yeah, it's true.
I can get something.
One of the only rush squares. One of the only quick ones.
Yeah, one of the only rush-ish squares. It wasn't like
I
a great
basically,
rush, but it was like,
I just
can get it.
gambled. I just gambled you would do that, and so I set up instead.
Fair. Yeah. Okay, Hippo makes sense. Yeah.
I was gonna hop in and ask for game 2 for positive vibes. Like, so were you guys going for column 4 from the start, or did it kind of just like develop that way? Because I know that Chris was working on like Limgrave bosses, but there was a moment where the column 4 was literally just Chris versus Aggie because ADEF had already done his half of the combined squares. So I just want to hear what you guys' thoughts were on that column 4.
Yeah, I mean, when we were going for the Radon Gaius block, and then we saw Aggie marked Garunk, I was like, okay, let's just rush this column 4 then. Like, we get this block for sure. And then I already had 2 Knights Cavs and 2 Watchdogs at that point.
Yeah.
And
You
also
did
was
both
in the
Watchdog
academy.
Catacombs? 3 or 3 catacombs?
Yeah, in Limgrave.
Okay, yeah.
And then I did the Knights Cavs, including both the Liurnia ones, and after I got the East one by like the Tibia, I went and grabbed the Grace nearby for that 3rd Watchdog, like the magic, just the solo magic one. And then I went to Renala, did that, and then went back to the Watchdogs.
I think for me, like I didn't see. I didn't see column 4 really. Chris had been saying that he had seen it, but I didn't see it until we blocked the diagonal.
Yeah. It wasn't until then that we could actually like go for it.
I was fully expecting this to be a defense majority game because their early game was really, really potent.
I mean, I feel like you went for Rolana for the block more so than the progression towards column 4, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's a nice bonus that it helps progress another square, but like, it was for the block.
But you had plenty of time to get Rolana afterwards anyway. It's not like getting Rolana early like made that much of a difference towards the eventual bingo.
True. It was
Correct,
more just
yeah.
like block the row 3 so that I don't have to do like night calves right away. And like I was starting to do night calves, but then he got the block in, so I was able to put on the back burner for a bit and just hide more progress.
You guys didn't
my
show
goal was
column 4 at
just
all.
to block you guys, and we just got too far behind on blocking that one column, I think.
Yeah, but what was the, I guess, for Monkey Business, when did you guys realize that column 4 was the problem? Was it after the Star Scourge Bardon Commander Gaius mark, or was that even previously where like, column 4 could be a problem?
I mean, could be a problem was after, but like I from the start of the game, I was like, let's just block all their lines, let's just block all their lines, let's just block all their lines. And so I personally went to block every line that I could. Like, you can just look at the things that I marked there, every single line that I could block. It was like, oh, Curse Blades blocks the diagonals, Perfumed Oil blocks, you know, the twos, Drake's blocks row 4, Church District blocks column 5. I blocked like every single one that I could, and then it was just like there was just one left open. That was at least my thought. And then yeah, as soon as they got it, it was like, oh god, panic! Like Aggie has to win one of these, and it was just. Chris was too set up on all of them
Guessing
at
game,
that point. Yeah.
It was definitely a forward.
Earlier. That was my original plan after Godric's Ray Rune, but then we decided that we just wanted maximum blockage, and then Painting Reward took a lot longer than anticipated.
Yeah.
But I definitely could have just rushed Knight's Cav. And like we weren't even really planning on the row 3 even if we did that.
Really?
We assumed ADEF would be going for Rolana already.
Yeah, I think there's no way you win
being a
Curse
much better
Blades,
block.
Logar, and Rolana. Like, that's way too greedy. All 3 you can get to right away. Whichever one you go for, your opponent's going to get the other one.
Yeah, you can't have all 3. Yeah.
I mean, shockingly, Mitch, you still got Curse Blades, Logar, Oil of Renat, and Drain the Water, which is still insane to get all 4 of those.
Yeah, Mitch, your early game was like, I think I was just a little indecisive, and your early game was really strong.
Thank you. Yeah. Unfortunately, that mid game didn't go our way.
Yeah, we saw the weapons in Roundtable, and we were like, I don't think ADEF likes any of these. Like, we saw Zamor, Curved Sword, Death's Poker. I don't like them either. So I was like, wow, I don't know what I'd use. Like, this is crazy.
I mean, you can use
tough
Death's
call.
Poker just as a greatsword, and it's not bad. And then just like, whenever they're staggered, you just use the weapon art instead of taking riposts.
Yeah, that's
and
kind of what I was doing.
Yeah.
Wait, was Death's Poker in Roundtable for DLC?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
It is hard to recognize because it looks like a knife or something.
Homies, I did not see that.
I
Great Axe
know.
was better.
I didn't see it at first either, and then I moused over. I was like, "Wait, that's called Death's Poker." Wait a minute.
I was surprised at the Starline Sword output on Rolana, though. That was kind of impressive.
Dude, okay,
Oh, it's
Blanks, I was
early.
gonna say that too. The magic damage, I was like, oh, it's gonna be dog shit because of the magic damage, but I think with Rotwing Sword Insignia and the bleed buildup, and also it scales B with Dex. So like, I think the physical damage maybe outpaces the magic a bit. I was shocked. I was fully anticipating that weapon to be so bad, and it was fine.
I mean, she only has 40 magic resist. Renala has 80. That's like the really bad with magic. Like when I was using Death's Poker against Renala, like the
We were like, oh,
the
I
Ash
can
War
make
is doing
Might as well
nothing.
not even use the Ash of War then.
Yeah, it got the Frostbite proc, but even then, like R1s would have done the same. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously not to like harp on the loss here, but it's just a question that I have for Monkey Business too, is like going undefeated in round robin and then going into top 4 and then losing your first 2 matches. What do you think, I guess, changed from round robin to these matches? Was there anything that like shifted? Is it maybe because top 4 is maybe more intense? Is it, what exactly do you think maybe, is there anything that maybe changed, maybe communications wise?
I think game 1 was kind of just a very swingy board, and I mean we were on the losing side of it, so like it is what it is. And then also game 2 is just lines. I think that's the big difference between both of these games and the previous games. We just weren't able to block lines as effectively. I think as the season's gone on, people have been more aggressive with pushing lines more and more. And, we just didn't prepare enough to block them properly.
I honestly don't feel like anything changed major. Like I feel like it was kind of the same game plan the first time we faced them. Like they put up really strong threats. It was just the first time we were able to get the block, and this time we lost like every 50-50. It was like, oh, let's try for Knights Cavs first. No, just kidding. That was the wrong 50-50 to go for. Let's try for Renala next. No, that was the wrong 50-50. Like, it was just like, we just lost every 50-50.
I mean, I think those were like predictable losses. It was just a tough spot because I know that he's objectively got advantage on Watchdogs, and he's likely already gone to Renala. And then, yeah, Knights Cav was the only one I had any previous progress on. Yeah, we just didn't take the threat as seriously enough. We also had the consideration to maybe just race them with column 3. If Mitch just combined Sinisax with Dragon's Drakes, the duo.
It was just too slow. Yeah, I went there.
I think in theory, if you did it as your 3rd Drake, maybe we could have got that in time.
I will say I was fighting my 2nd dragon when you marked 3 Drakes, and my plan was that if you marked that, I was going to buff up a bit, get some Skidoo, and then go to Sinisax immediately. Because there's also the reality of, like, if Aggy's further ahead on Watchdogs than we think, and the duo trio, it could be in some world you mark duo trio and 5 Watchdogs at the same time, and then we're forced into Sinisax. So I was prepping it a bit on that eventuality, but I will say my weapon would suck on Sinisax so bad.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you I wouldn't have won it because I am right now at Sinisax. But the Sinisax fight takes longer than the other dragon that I did for the 3rd one. So if you, like, you know, take out the time that I took fighting that one dragon, add in the time Sinisax, probably we still lose by about a minute or 2. Yeah. Just because Sinisax is definitely a minute or 2 slower than the other.
Yeah, it's like a 5 or 6 minute boss fight.
Yeah, it's horrible. So we could not, in this particular case, have won that way, but it definitely was a consideration that we thought about. Maybe we sneak it like this. I just didn't think it was fast enough. So I thought the Dragon Drakes was better as like a don't let ADEF take this away and keep the consideration open. And then if we get Watchdogs, then maybe we win.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, GG's to both teams again. GG's to Positive Vibes for moving into the finals here versus Frogcar Spin. Monkey Business, you still have your 3rd place match next week versus Itzarino as well. Any thoughts on your future matches, both teams? Any worries / things you maybe want to like learn for future matches as well? Like anything specific strategies against specific teams?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Oh, was that a question for us? Sorry, I thought that was
both
a question
teams,
for
both
Business.
teams.
I think for us, I'm not going to say what strategy is going to be. I don't want to give that away.
Okay, fair enough.
I think a big part of how we did today was that Chris and I have been planning religiously. So I don't really want to say anything about our game plan other than Chris and I are locking the fuck in.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that really showed today. So congrats, guys, on the win.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Fair enough on that. Monkey Business, withholding info or like to share something?
I mean, like I think our game plan is basically just play better than the opponents, get more squares, play faster, do the good things. So I think we're gonna continue to do that. And I think Itzarino has a similar play style. I don't think that you necessarily beat them by just like doing something super sneaky, unless they don't expect you to do something sneaky. Then you do. I don't know. Mind games, whatever.
With what Aggie mentioned before, how do you guys feel, I guess, for this, again, a question for both teams, how do you guys feel with the whole, like, lines being more committed now than previously? Like, is that a big shift in mentality of being like, okay, like, I can't just keep thinking that it's a bluff. I have to always, like, really consider that this could be something that they're committing to?
I think it was actually my question, Chris. But
oh, sorry. I thought he was saying to both of us. My bad.
I think with these lines that end up actually being completed, they're being formed in a way where they're not likely to be blocked if it comes down to the final square. I think like the strategy at this point with how Bingo has developed is that you need to be a lot more preemptive with the blocks. Because they're either going to prep a final square or just like leave a final square that favors them based on what they've previously done. I think that's just what the meta's evolved to that you have to look out for.
Yeah, that's fair. Chris, what did you want to say, by the way, on that too? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, basically that. It just like, I mean, personally, I've always considered like opponent just going for it, like just going for the lines, which is when a lot of people typically bluff. You know, it definitely hurts like me, but it's better than just like losing out the bingo. But it kind of just depends who you're playing against, what like the progress they have towards a said square, et cetera, et cetera.
Is there any, this is a question for both teams here. Positive Vibes can go first on this one. So like when it comes to like the co-op squares specifically, how are you communicating / walking through some of these co-op squares where it's like, hey, if we can force them to do one co-op square, that's wasting 2 people's time over just 1 player's time, either base game or DLC. Is that ever like a thing where you consider that like a bigger time investment or like a better threat, I guess, than just like being like, oh, I can only force Aggie into, you know, Knights, Caps, and Watchdogs? You know what I mean? Like the time difference, the commitment there.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure.
I don't know. I actually feel like I don't see squares as like, oh, a co-op square is inherently longer. Like the Bulls duo square is a tiny square, you know, and that's a co-op square. So like I think for me it's more just looking at the squares individually and like whether it is long or not. Yeah. Yes, on the whole, the majority of co-op squares are on average longer than solo squares, but it's not always true. So I personally,
they're also like, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I just personally don't think of them as like, oh, co-op square must be long, I will force them to do that. It's more about looking at the square by square, I think.
Yeah, and also the combined squares have, they're typically longer for one DLC or base game. So it's like, say like Senesax Lanciax, if forcing that into being like the final square to block, that's definitely more DLC sided than it is base game. But also with that being like, oh, it's more time to put on the opponent to commit to getting that square, it's also hard to keep track of the person who doesn't finish the square's progress, because it's like you don't know exactly when they finished it and went on to do something else, as opposed to the person who marked it, right?
Right.
So sometimes it can be better just leave it open to like just kill Senesax than both.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember which game it was, game 1 or game 2, but there was a moment where I don't know if it was this game with Radon and Gaius, but I think Mitch had Gaius set up and Aggie did not. And so the game plan for them was basically, oh, while, you know, they're getting progress towards their portion of the combined square, I'm not going to do my portion until they're ready to do it. So like, I think that's really important about combined squares is like timing it correctly. So you're not sinking a bunch of time into something and then having it taken away from you.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Monkey Business, did you have any thoughts on that as well for that question with co-op squares?
I
do.
think ADEF summarized it accurately.
Yeah, I do think ADEF summarized it accurately. I would say the only thing is like early game. I don't love combined squares as much, even though like both bowls, just because it does feel like you both need to get set up.
Right.
And so it's definitely one that particular square is one we will do as like, we each get one of our own, then we both come back kind of a thing, as opposed to like we're both rushing it.
Right.
Yeah, outside of that, I do agree. There are some combined squares that are absolutely quick enough that you can do. There's ones that you just already have progress on, like Renala. Oh, we just already had Relana as its own square, so that just means the combined square now just becomes basically a solo square that's just as easy to do, etc. Things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. All right. Well, thanks so much for playing today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Again, GG's to positive vibes here for moving into the finals here versus Frog Car Spin. Best of luck to you guys on that finals match. Best of threes next week, Sunday, for anyone wondering. That's going to be next week, Sunday, for that finals match. And then Monkey Business here for the third place match versus It's Reno on Saturday. Thanks so much for playing today, guys. I do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you guys soon, okay?
Thanks for playing, guys.
All right.
GG's, guys. Congrats,
Thanks,
positive vibes. GG's Monkey Business.
GG's.
GG's.